Hello, Lisa here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if this is your first time hanging out with me. I had all good intentions to put out a fun, kind of Halloween themed reading mat. Here, I'll show it to you so you can see. But with the amount of stuff, oh, I could still have it out, right? It's cute. Okay. With the amount of stuff I have to show you though, honestly, it's going to be covered up and but look how cute. I love this. It's got a little crow in the center. Have we admired it? It's October, right? I just felt like I wanted the aesthetics, but then I couldn't be bothered to zoom in the frame so that only this was visible and there. Appreciate the pretty cloth that Peggy made me last year and now I'm gonna put it away. Okay. This is our recent deck roundup. I guess I could have told you that. So this is the video where I share with you all of the decks and related things that have come into my collection for either review, were gifted to me, or that I purchased. This is where I like to share all that stuff with you, my very, very first impressions of these things, and just show you all the things because I like to, and everybody loves a good haul, and I'm pretty much always hauling decks because I'm obsessed. So I thought I would share it with you. And I thought I wasn't going to have very many this month. In fact, I feel like I remember saying last month that I wasn't going to have very many this month, and then life happens and I happened, and there you go. So we're just going to get into it in no particular order. There's not even a theme. It is what it is. Okay. The first thing. Now, I have a story about this. So, I had the original Wild Unknown by Kim Kranz, the Wild Unknown Tarot, in a full size. And then it came out in a tin, and I let my full size go. I think it's actually in purgatory. I don't think I've actually officially let it go, but the Wild Unknown is just one of those decks where it completely just changed the game. Am I all upside down? What's happening here? Oh, some of them are. That's fine. I'm reading with reversals sometimes. Peggy reads with reversals all the time, and we share decks. So anyways, this is the Wild Unknown. And it's so cute in this little tin size, and I especially love it because I feel like the Wild Unknown is one of those decks. Was it actually upside down? I don't know. It's one of those decks that I can't figure out which way is up on the tin. It doesn't matter, Lisa. Calm down. It feels like one of those decks that just works really well in a large spread, and I love mini decks for large spreads. So there's something about the quality of this deck that I just feel like works really well in that function. So anyways, I picked up the Wild Unknown Mini, and I love it in this size. If I could figure out how to get it back in the tin, that'd be great. Love it in this size. It even has it's basically its entire guidebook, because it wasn't really a very wordy guidebook to begin with, but it's all in here. So that's fantastic. Love that. Little pocket. Anyways, so the Pocket Animal Spirit came out. Now I also had this full size, and I didn't get on with it because there's no keywords on the cards. But then it came out in a tin, and I was like, well, if I'm going to have the Pocket Wild Unknown, I might as well have the Pocket Animal Spirit Oracle by Kim Kranz. But then I still didn't get it because I'm like, am I just getting it to get it? And kind of, yeah. That's kind of the punchline. Kind of, yeah. But then I saw it on Book Outlet when I made a Book Outlet order. And it was even cheaper than regular mass market price. I'll try to remember to link the Book Outlet link for you down below if it's still up there. But I think I got it for something ridiculous, like 10 bucks Canadian or something. It was cheap. So I was like, okay, I kind of need it. And it's, oh, I just noticed I have a misprint card. Look it. My Earthworm. Look it. It's not corner cut at the bottom, and it's the whole thing got misaligned. I just spotted that. Do I really care enough to, it's probably why it was on Book Outlet. I think that's the only one. I'm not spotting any others. Let's just flip the whole dang thing over and see if anything else pokes out. Nope, that's literally the only card. So it's got a bad Earthworm card. I can't. I have to fix it right now. We're just gonna hang out with me. We're gonna fix things. We're hanging out. It's all good. Where's my corner rounder? Let me see if I can. Oh, there it is. So I'm gonna start with the smallest size corner round. Where's the small? There's the small. I'm gonna start with the smallest, and if that doesn't seem right, then I'll go up one. Is that right? Let's just see. Oh, wait, the whole card is what? Okay, sorry, I just noticed. The entire card is actually chopped. Look it's so much shorter. And look at what happened. Do I actually care? Can I just take Earthworm out? Is that sacrilege? What does Earthworm even mean? Let's look it up. Maybe it's a sign. Hold on, let's Let's just see. Is there anything else out of place? No, it's just the Earthworm card. I wonder if the publisher would send me like a little mini Earthworm card. Would that be super obnoxious? I mean, I got it at a discount. I kind of feel like I don't want to make it anybody's problem, but let's just see. What does Earthworm have to teach us? Oh, shy, hesitant, reluctant to share, inner vision. When in balance, earnest, intelligent, and valuable. When out of balance, self-conscious and apprehensive. To bring into balance, speak up, risk embarrassment. Yeah, I think I'm good now. Like, yes, I'm shy, but I definitely am not afraid of being embarrassed the same way I used to be. So I think I've integrated the lesson and now I don't need that card. We're fine. We're sucking it up, folks. But anyways, I wanted to point out a small thing because it is a small thing. But one thing that I remembered from this deck when I had it the first time is that there was a spirit suit because this is elementally suits. Y'all, I cannot talk. This is sorted into elemental suits. There are earth, air, fire, and water animals, which is super awesome. And there was a spirit suit. Let me pull that out. Now, I discovered something really interesting when I got this in the mail and I started flipping through the guidebook a little bit. These are actually also associated with the chakras, which I did not know before. But the detail I was curious about from the mini, and like maybe the entire reason I bought it, was to see if they still had the holographic detailing up here on these little, like instead of an elemental glyph, there's this little circle. And I was curious if it still had the rainbow holographic detailing, and it does. And I just, for like a little inexpensive mini deck, I was really impressed that they didn't skimp out on that detail because they easily could have. But anyway, I'm just going to make sure I don't speak out of turn. Maybe. Yes, the Phoenix and the first chakra. So yeah, so we go root chakra with the Phoenix, which is an interesting choice. Then we have Sea Serpent for the sacral chakra. Dragon makes so much sense to me for the solar plexus chakra. The golden egg is, am I doing this right? Did I miss somebody? Yeah, oh no, solar plexus, yeah. Golden egg is the heart chakra. Black egg is the throat chakra. Unicorn is the third eye chakra. And cosmic egg is the crown chakra. And I don't remember this from the first time I had this deck, probably because I just did not spend enough time with it, but I thought it was pretty great that they have like basically the spirit chakra card. Spirit cards are associated with the 7 chakras, which I thought was neat. I don't know how much I'll work with this card, especially now that I know my Earthworm is bad, but like, do I care if the Earthworm card is not in this? Probably not. Like, I'm sure I'll be fine. Like, I'll be okay. But anyway, that is the Pocket Animal Spirit. Sorry. The Pocket Animal Spirit deck. It really was a collect 'em all moment. Can we just appreciate for a moment how holographic and pretty the tin is for this? Like, good job to the manufacturers of this. Like, Harper One. Good job, Harper One. Did you do the first one too, Harper One? Yes, you did. Okay. Oh, does that tell me which way is up? It doesn't matter, Lisa. Calm down. It doesn't matter. Earth, water, fire, air. That should be up. Which means that it technically... You know what? I'm still obsessing about which way is up on the... It doesn't matter, Lisa. Anyways, I got this. I already had the Pocket Wild Unknown, but now I have the Pocket Animal Spirit. I'm going to have to think about how much that Earth card bugs me, that Earthworm card. Okay, anyways. The next deck I'm super excited about. So I covered this in my hot takes, and I know that those of you who are lucky enough to live in the States and be able to sign up for Hay House's awesome subscription box already have this. Good for you. I could not sign up because I'm in Canada. And for some reason, Hay House doesn't think Canadians deserve nice things. By which I'm joking, but also, Hay House, get it together. Get it so we can do it in Canada, okay? Okay. Anyways, this is the Tree of Life Oracle by David Wells with artwork by Roberto Orpwood. I got very excited about this. Like, I've already like looked briefly at the guidebook. It looks really, really good. I've already looked at all the cards. Now I'm going to show it to you though. So this really excited me. This is a Tree of Life Kabbalah based deck, but it's very accessible. I feel like it's really wonderful if you just want to get comfortable with the energies of the different aspects of the Tree of Life. I feel like this is so accessible and well done and simple, but also you can shuffle these cards and there is the title of what each card represents on the card, but then you also get 3 keywords. So here we have the Tree of Life in general, and it's map, support, and connection. Then you have the middle pillar, which is this part of the Tree of Life, backbone, balance, the middle way. Perfect, love it. Then you have the pillar of severity, that's the left pillar, severity, courage, and form. The pillar of mercy, grace, peace, and love. By the way, if I haven't warned you already, these videos are long. We're going to be here a while. Just get cozy. Because some of these decks I just want to talk about for a while. So then we have the spiritual triangle. This is also called the supernal triangle, if I remember correctly, and that's got the top 3 Sephira. And this is divinity, creation, and manifestation. These top 3 are associated with sort of higher realm type stuff. Then we have the soul triangle. I forget the name of this. But this next triangle of Sephira, which is these 3 here, are associated with like basically that space in between sort of spirit and matter is kind of how I like to think of it. But I mean, it's more complicated than that. We have mystical, soul-led, and harmony. Then we have the next 3 triangle, which they call the personality triangle: personality, nature, and mindfulness. Then we have a card for each element. Element of air, thought, mind, communication. Element of fire is passion, enthusiasm, and creation. The element of water is intuition, emotions, and love. And earth is practical, grounded, and determined. And I agree with all of that. So that works great for me. Then we have a card representing each of the Sephira. And this is very exciting because I think this is really well done. You get a beautiful, first of all the art in this is gorgeous. And again, you get 3 keywords for each Sephira, which is amazing. And then you also have the planetary ruler noted in the artwork. So here we have Neptune clearly shown. And I think that's freaking awesome. So we have Keter, Chachma, Keter was source, point, source, point, and attainment. Chachma is wisdom or inspiration, spark, the divine masculine. Bina is silence, awareness, the divine feminine. And then we have Saturn up there. I mean, and the colors, wait till I show you. Just, oh, okay, I'm going to show you next to the Thoth because I think it's just the perfect pairing for a Thoth deck. But anyways, we have Hesed, abundance, gratitude, big ideas. Also, I apologize if I'm slaughtering the pronunciations. I do the best I can. Gabura is might, discipline, and karma, and that is severity. Mars, we can see Mars on there. And the glyphs are all in the same spot, which I, again, appreciate. And here we actually even get, I just noticed, we have a little Leo in the child's, like, sort of, oh, this is so interesting. Sorry, I just noticed that there's like a lion face in the clothing on this child. This has got actual sun card vibes from the tarot. I'm just having all kinds of feelings. But anyways, Tiphereth, or Tifereth, I forget how you say that, is beauty or balance, sacrifice, and joy. Netzach, victory, hope, love, and art. Had is splendor, determination, communication, and initiative. Yesed, or yes, I think that's how you say that, is foundation, birth, cycles, and intuition. Oh, so freaking beautiful. And that's the moon. And then Malkuth is kingdom. This is earth, earth manifestation, being here and now. Then you also get one for Thoth, which is in the Tree of Life. It's not really a proper Sephira. It's actually got, it's like this space here in the abyss between the upper and lower triangle, the supernal, like the soul triangle here, and the heavenly triangle, or whatever it called it. What did it call it? Spiritual triangle. Yeah. So between the spiritual triangle and the soul triangle, there's this sort of, it's called the abyss, or I've heard it called the abyss, and that's where Thoth is. So there's even a Thoth card, which is knowledge, abyss, secrets, and lessons yet to be realized. I thought this was cool. And I think there's also different deities. I'm pretty sure that's a Janus. That's who it reminds me of anyway. And then we have Pluto's signifier up there. Then you have a card for every path. Now this part of the deck obviously can work as the paths, but it could also work as basically a majors only tarot deck, because the 11th, each of the paths is associated with a tarot card. So we have the Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess, and it tells you what path it's on. The Empress, the Emperor, the Hierophant, the Lovers, the Chariot. Look how beautiful. The path, I love this, is strength / lust. The Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune, justice / adjustment. So it's giving you the RWS as well as the Thoth title for the card, which is brilliant. The Hanged Man, death, art and temperance, or art / temperance, the Devil, the Tower, the Star, the Moon, the Sun, judgment / eon, and the world / universe. So when I tell you, like, if we take these pillar cards out, because they're a little bit more, like, I want to say clinical looking, but they're a little bit like, whatever, more study feeling. And we just look at these ones, and then we pull out, this is my big Thoth deck. You can see how just freaking perfect. Like, let me pull my little notebook. This is my actual, like, personal, like, Thoth notes from my study in here that I keep with my Thoth deck. This is like a little B6 size book or pocket size notebook. It's perfect. Anyways, and then my Thoth little white book. Anyway, okay, so just for example, just like, does not it look like, I'm really bad at this, but look at the colors and the art style together. Okay, maybe I am bad at this. I'm like really bad at this. Like I want to show you because I feel like it'd be really cool next to like a borderless version of the deck. I just feel like this is so perfect for putting next to the Thoth. And just to like play with it a little bit, let me just put this aside here because I talked about this in my hot takes too. I just got really excited about it because mine's in order because this is my study deck. It's the big one. I don't think I have my pocket Thoth anymore, like my small one. I think I only kept the big one because I use this more for reference. But my working Thoth deck currently, I did back one on Kickstarter that is going to look beautiful next to this. It's called the, I can't remember the name. Oh no. But the other one that I have is the Ashura Tarot. And this is a pocket size deck. This is a typical Oracle size. But like, again, I just feel like it's clear that they're working with the same color scales, right? So you get that feeling, oh, I got a little bit of glare here, but hopefully you get the idea, right? Like, it's just exciting. And I don't think I've ever seen an Oracle deck come out that feels like it addresses the Tree of Life like this. I just think this is going to be useful as a study tool. And I took a look at the guidebook. I know this has just turned into like, whatever. It's just me gushing about this because I think this is really unique. But you definitely get to learn about everything by working with the guidebook. Like there's information about what you see in the artwork. There's also information about how to activate or work with this particular energy. This is really good. And the introduction is great and very tongue-in-cheek and makes me want to find a book by this author about the Kabbalah because it just seems very accessible. So that, my friends, is the Tree of Life Oracle, which I've talked about now for an insane amount of time. So I guess we don't need a full walkthrough because I just did that. But very excited to bring that in and work with it when I have some time. But it's definitely going to be living on my shelf next to my classic Big Thoth, and I plan to work with this for sure. This next deck was a very intentional FOMO purchase. So if you didn't know, the Celtic Dragon Tarot by Lisa Hunt and DJ Conway is going out of print. I heard about this through the grapevine. Thank goodness for subscribers and friends who keep me posted about these things. This is a Llewellyn deck. I have a story with this deck. I am so familiar with these images because back when I had like coven groups and witchy groups that I was a part of, this was one of those decks that I feel like was always out on somebody's table to work with. Like I always had friends that had this deck and worked with this deck, and I always thought it was really, really beautiful. The thing that threw me for a loop, and you should probably know, look how pretty. The thing that threw me for a loop about this deck was the fact that the wands are air and the swords are fire. Now this is common with Lisa Hunt decks and has been a bit of a gripe for me in the past. Look how beautiful the backings are. Has been a gripe for me in the past because I don't see them that way. But like, hello, with the giant book. And DJ Conway is a classic, like Wicca author, like witchy Wicca kind of vibe author. So very excited about actually finally having a copy of this. I've hemmed and hawed about this for literally decades. When did this come out? It had to be like very, very early 2000 if it wasn't 90s, right? Like it has to be. Let's just see. 1999. That was when Lisa Hunt did the illustrations. Does it have a first published date on here? I think 1999 is it. Yes, 1999. This is the 20th printing in 2021. Like, 20th printing. Like, holy cow. What a successful run for this deck. Super sad that it's going out of print. I've never owned it, but I always look at it and I'm always like, I need that deck. And I showed this deck. Can I tell you? This is how I tried to get around it. For years, I showed this deck to Peggy. And I was like, can I get this for you? Will you use this? And she's like, but I have a dragon deck. I'm like, but don't you want this one? I like was trying to live vicariously through her and hoping she would want this, but like never did. Anyway, so I got it for me because I need to. And it's so freaking beautiful. And it's so familiar and cozy to me in a very hard to describe way because I've seen these images so many times over the years. And again, as I said, every witchy gathering I went to when I was in my 20s, somebody had this deck on their table. I've always loved this Wheel of Fortune with like the dragon claw, like sort of holding open the book, the grimoire of life. The wheel turns, learn to ride with dragons. I mean, hello? So good. So let me show you my gripe, my beef with this deck because it's so petty. It really is. Okay, so let's just talk about it. So here's the thing. When you look at the Wands cards, they show the meaning of the Wands cards. So this is an Ace of Wands. This is very clearly a two, well, kind of a Two of Wands. Three of Wands, Four of Wands. We have the security of the castle. Five of Wands, Six of Wands. I'm going to have to get into this. Maybe it is. It's not really a Rider-Waite-Smith clone, but like look at the Eight of Wands. That's very much an Eight of Wands, right? But it's all very air-like. It doesn't actually seem that obvious now that I'm looking at it here, but I think maybe the swords are more obvious. Yeah, so the swords are more obvious. Lots of flames, right? Flames, flames, flames. It's not that bad, honestly. I think I'm just like, what am I at? I almost call myself a tarot prude. That's not quite the right word. Like I'm a tarot purist, I guess, in a weird way. Like I want my swords to feel like air, but like, do I care? Is this not the most stunning? Oh, what have I done? What have I done here? Okay, there we go. It's just beautiful. It's so beautiful. And it's actually one of Lisa Hunt's decks. A lot of Lisa Hunt's decks are so full of imagery, like they're so detailed. Whereas with this one, I feel like it's slightly more restrained. The artwork feels more open. There's like, while I love all the tiny details that Lisa puts in her artwork, this one has a more accessible feeling because it's not so, the art doesn't feel overwhelming. Look at the faces in the stones here in the Ace of Cups. So yeah, this feels like I want to say my childhood, but it's really my youthhood, my youthdom, my maiden years. I don't know. This is what this takes me back to. It's so pretty. In fact, let's just see what some of my favorite cards look like. Let's take a look at the star, because that's one of my favorites to look at. Ooh, fun. And then let's look at the Nine of Cups, which is usually one that I look at. Oh, this is so pretty. Let's see what the guidebook says about the Nine of Cups. Let's just see. Swords, Ten of Cups. Oh, the entries are so short for such a big book. A majestic water dragon rises out of a lake with an ornate chalice full of jewels in its claws. A woman stands with outstretched hands to take the chalice. She has realized that she has the right to ask for help in attaining her goals, symbolized by the 8 rich-looking chalices that sit around her feet on the shore. Abundance is unlimited, whether the abundance is spiritual growth, emotional contentment, physical health, or material possessions. The waves on the water symbolize the constant movement within the realm of universal possibilities. Divinatory meaning, your wish will be granted. Success, accomplishment, and satisfaction will soon enter your life. Wish is granted. So on the left, you get just a really quick couple of words. Nine of Wands, a pause. Interesting. I feel like this would be a really, really easy book to work with as a beginner. It's not so overwhelming. There's not so much information that's like overload. Then there's like a keyword guide. That's kind of handy. Cool. So yeah, I've never actually looked at the book, but yeah, I needed to have this before it went out of print. And that's not to trigger FOMO for anybody else, but if this is one you're curious about, it is going out of print. And yeah, so I had to have it, which will make this my now 3rd Dragon Tarot. So I have the Smoke, Ash, and Embers, and then I have the Dragon Tarot, the other Llewellyn one, and then this is the Celtic Dragon Tarot. It's so pretty. It really does bring back so many memories. So yeah, I'm excited to play with this, but I'm not in a rush. I just needed to have this because I did. Y'all, I'm not making very good progress, and we've been at this for like almost a half an hour. So like, as I said, these tend to be long. This next one was a why the hell not purchase. So somebody in my Facebook group, this is the Sacred Web Tarot Deck and Guidebook, and I kind of semi-roasted this, to be honest, on a Hot Takes, and no disrespect meant to the publisher or the author or the artist of this deck at all. I had like this reaction to it because of the marketing material, which, by the way, y'all educated me. Thank you so much. Apparently it's pretty common for publishers to reference other decks that might be similar or whatever, but there was something in the description of this on like the Amazon page that was like, if you loved The Wild Unknown, you'll love this or whatever. And I was like, are they capitalizing on like name dropping another deck that blah, blah, blah. I had a whole spicy moment, and like, it was very uneducated of me. So I apologize to anybody I may have offended with that. But I had a whole reaction to this. Now, full disclosure, I didn't get this because I'm going gaga for it. I got it because for some bizarro reason, this was on Amazon US for like something ridiculous, like $5. It was like 94% off. And I was like, why not check it out and just see? And if I don't like it, I will rehome it to somebody in the future somehow. So this was an exercise in curiosity, but I was kind of surprised. First of all, it comes in a really nice, like big 2-piece box. And y'all, okay, first of all, just for a moment, look at this guidebook. This is not insubstantial, like at all. I will say this whole production does have a very Wild Unknown kind of feel. It is mostly a black and white deck. Did I look at the cards yet? I don't think so. I must not have because the sleeve's on here. But I thought I remembered seeing... Okay, I don't remember. It's okay. I can't be expected to remember all the things. This has a very like minimalist kind of look to it, but it's also animal based. Like I think that's a rabbit. There's something about this art style where I have a hard time seeing what it is I'm looking at. Like this is a spider, but the fact that the spider's legs are so long and skinny and the lines on the back are also long and skinny makes it kind of hard to pick it out. There was another one that I saw. That's the Emperor. Oh, this is something else that threw me. So that's a peacock, I think, or maybe a peahen for the High Priestess. This is a bull, unless I'm mistaken, for the Empress. And this is a goat for the Emperor. But the bull for the Empress, now a cow, yes. But a bull, isn't a bull male? Again, y'all, animals are not my strong suit, so somebody correct me, please. But I just kind of like had a hiccup over that for the Empress. But for the Emperor, we have this, I think it's a ram, which makes sense for the Emperor. And then for the Hierophant, we have an owl, makes sense. This is the Lovers, and it's like, I think they're butterflies. Chariot. There's something about this art that just makes my brain... Okay, so this is the one. I don't know why, but all I could see was this white blob. Yo, this is an elephant sticking its head out of like water, but I couldn't tell. I had to look it up in the guidebook. I'm like, what am I looking at? There's something about my eyes or the way that I perceive this art and what's on the cards that makes it tricky for me to see what it is I'm looking at. It's just, this is more abstract than the Wild Unknown to me by like a fair amount. And I just could not wrap my head around it at all. So the cards, I'm kind of like, eh. But like, I love the yin yang symbols for the, I'm assuming pentacles. Oh gosh, I better find out. Are the yin yangs pentacles or are they must be. Yeah, they're pentacles. Yeah, those are pentacles. And then Earth, yes. So we have Source, Seer, Source, Scout. What is happening on this card? It's like, if this was this way, I'd be like, oh, it's like having a basketball, like doing the spinny basketball thing, but it's this way. What? What is happening on this card? I don't know. And then on the backs, it says, it has the tarot aurat, like those 4-letter things over and over again, which, you know, cool. Okay. So I just can't, I don't know what it is. Like what I love is that there's a different perspective on the tarot. So I'm not in any way dogging on this deck. It's just, it's so clear that it's not my style, which I knew, but it was $5. And I really wanted to see, and I don't know why it was on sale like that. Here's the water suit. These are just cups in these. Yeah, these are just cups. Like that's a hippo. So some of them, like this one's very clear for me to see what it is. But then other ones like this, I have no idea what I'm looking at. What is it? Like, I'm going to look it up. That's the student. Oh, wait, are we not sticking with the same? Oh, yeah, student, scout, source, and seer. Sorry, I got distracted. Okay, so student of water. The suits are in a weird order for me personally. Okay. Who's they? Okay. Is that a bird? I think it's a bird. Oh, I just realized it's a bird diving into the water. Look, there's the beak. But I don't think it actually says in the guidebook. Hold on. I'm so squirrely. The student of water attends to the material world with reverent joy. Always anticipating a happy surprise, they immerse themselves in the waters of learning with unbridled enthusiasm. They encourage you to drink from the wellspring of your imagination, where you can explore how best to communicate your feelings and intentions. All that you thirst to express, all that you desire to know. Allow yourself to be enchanted by your own beauty and recognize there is real strength to be found in play and in a lightness of heart. The student of water is here to help you appreciate... Are you not going to tell me what is on here? Okay, sorry. The student of water is here to help you appreciate that when devotion and dreams come together, your creations and your relationship to them overflow with meaning. Dive deep to discover the magic that can be found in all things. Quote, imagination. So that's the main keyword. Cool. Love that. But water, the west, earth and water, bird and feather. So it's a bird and feather. It literally just says, okay. Okay, so it says, down here it says bird and feather. On the prior card, where it's clearly a humpback whale, it says whale. Dog. Water and earth, sky, meerkat. But for the bird, we just get bird? Like, there's so many different kinds of birds. I want to know what kind of bird. Okay, maybe it doesn't matter. I'm spicy today, y'all. What can I say? I don't know. So, don't know what to do with this. Don't know how I feel about this. But I was so curious. I was so curious. So anyways, this came in. No guarantees that it's going to stay, but there it is. I think the production quality here is kind of nice. The cardstock feels very papery and you know, whatever. It's basic mass market. It doesn't feel like anything fancy. Far prefer the Llewellyn glossy cardstock to this like thin papery feeling stuff. Not a fan of that, but that's okay. It was real cheap. I would not pay full price for this, but I think that's just because for me personally, this is not my style. That doesn't mean it's not worth it. It just means that for me, it's too abstract and there's something about the artwork that I have a hard time seeing. So I guess I'm done roasting this for now. I'm so sorry to the creator. I'm sure this is stunning. It's just not for me. I feel bad because like not for me. Okay, let's talk about a few things that came in for review and then some more stuff I bought and we'll just kind of keep going like that. Okay, first of all, by the time you see this video, you will have already seen, so I'm not going to cover this in great detail, but I received the Ink Witch Tarot Deck 2nd edition. This is a prototype copy from Eric Mail. Thank you so much to Eric for sending this to me. I freaking love this. And I just realized as I'm pulling it out of the box and I am working on a video for my members for air that I should have included this because it's got a very air quality to it. If you're not familiar with the Ink Witch Tarot, this deserves your attention, in my opinion. I've already shuffled this. There are expansion decks that allow you to customize it. In fact, the box holds all of the expansion cards. So if you, okay, not to be weird, but if you enjoyed people's videos, like I'm thinking of Danny Mystic specifically, who did a video customizing like the Terra Volatile to be like exactly their perfect deck using the like extra cards and stuff, you will have so much fun with this. The Terra Volatile was not for me, but this one really is. I love this. It's got like a bit of modern twist, but it doesn't really pull you out of, you know, any particular world. It's not glaring and chaotic. It's really soft, but it's poignant. There's a lot of really, really good stuff in here and I love it. And I filmed an entire video. So by the time this comes out, that other video will be out. So I will link that. This 2nd edition is currently funding on Kickstarter. And I believe, I hope, crossing fingers, is still funding when you see this recent deck roundup. The guidebook is really, really good. Eric explains all of the artwork, including the artwork for the bonus or alternative cards, which I think is so cool. So yeah, if you are even a little bit curious, please check out my video. Please check out the Kickstarter. This is really lovely. And the production stuff is all top notch here. The cardstock's really smooth, easy to shuffle. And I loved being able to customize it. It was so fun. So that is the Ink Witch Tarot, the 2nd edition. That is, again, currently funding on Kickstarter. Some slight differences to the final version from this prototype, but pretty close. And I'm so grateful to have this. I was also sent 2 decks from Danielle Norman, who I am so excited to show these to you. So she's got, I believe, 4 decks. So there's these 2, the Astral Mermaid Tarot and the Walking Meditation Tarot. And then she also has the Ascension Tarot, the 2nd edition, just finished funding on Kickstarter. And she also has one called the, oh, it's a Norse one. Norse, I'm going to mess it up. I'll put it in on the screen or something. But it's a Norse themed one. So Astral Mermaid is really fun. This is one that caught my eye because it's so different. It's like Starseed meets Ocean. And it's got kind of got like this Atlantean vibe, which I don't know if that's intentional. Look, it's edged in black. These are the backings. It's got to be intentional, right? Like it's got, oh yeah, it just totally feels like Atlantis. But here's what Daniel says. So why Astral Mermaid? I feel I've come from the stars, from a far off place. See, hello, I got it totally on the first try. I feel misunderstood here on planet Earth. I feel out of place most of the time and I feel lonely. Oh. I have an innate knowing that my soul dwells in many places all at once. I know that I do not know the full picture, but I do know that each day I look for the truth within myself. Each day I choose to find the answers. Each day I reveal more and more of who I truly am, and one day I will wake up to an all-knowing that I will not be able to unknow. And for that I welcome you to the energy of Astral Mermaid. May it bring forth keys and gifts for your own inner knowing and soul recognition. And then it's what is a starseed? Goes into that. Now, I will tell you guys straight out, I'm not normally somebody who identifies a lot with this starseed vibe or starseed type stuff. So this was a bit of a stretch for me. However, I was so intrigued because y'all know I love watery, mermaidy vibes, and this just seemed really different and unique. And there's, I don't know, it's not that I don't think there's lots of unique decks coming out. I think that there are. There's the Fool. Magician, but this just seemed to merge two really interesting worlds for me, and I just feel like this would be a really fun deck to do readings on things like Atlantis or like lost civilizations or just wild subjects. I just feel like that would be really fun with this deck, and every once in a while I do like to do that sort of thing, usually with Peggy. The Chariot, Strength, the Hermit. This has definitely got a sort of technologically advanced mermaid vibe. I don't know how else to say that. Look at this Death card. Ugh. Temperance. The Demon. The Tower. Oops. The Star. Oh, so sweet. The Moon. Sun. The Awakening. I have a sip of my beverage. I'm drinking Diet Coke. If you're curious. Cosmos. Okay, so then we have Ace of Fire. It's interesting how she managed to get the vibe of fire, even though it's underwater. Like, it's all in these tones of, like, reds and golds and oranges. Ooh, that is beautiful. Look at that 3 of Fire. 4 of Fire. This definitely transports me. I'm so intrigued by decks that can take me someplace. And this is taking me someplace that I could never have imagined on my own. And I love that. I think that's really cool. Oh, look at this speeding dolphins, like, holding onto their tail in the 8 of Fire. Oh, sorry, I held it up to the viewfinder, but I was looking at it myself. Oh, look at that. 10 of Fire. Then we have Poet of Fire, Light of Fire, Queen of Fire, and King of Fire. Then we have the water suits. We have the Ace, 2, oh, that's cute, 3, 4, 5. She looks like she's stuck in a, like, suspended, like, cubule. Cubule? I made that word up. A cubule of water. The 6, I love, look at how cute. Oh my God. The 7, the 8. The 9 is one of my favorite cards. Oh, this is interesting. Look at the letters. This definitely has so much Atlantis vibe. Look at the writing on the, I don't know if the camera will pick it up. It's got that kind of glyph, like not made up language, but like alien language kind of vibe to it. 10 of Water. Look at the little page of water. Oh my God, she's so cute. Poet of Water, excuse me. Light of Water, Queen of Water, and King of Water. So then we have Air. Yeah, you can definitely see there's a color palette vibe to each suit. So you can really kind of tell what suit you're in, even though it's all like mermaids. This is so trippy. Choosing which, like, sort of portal or whatever to go in. 3 of Air. Oh, look at the heart being sort of held far away from the mermaid. 4 of Air. 5 of Air. Oh, you really get that, like, picking on somebody smaller than you energy here. 6 of Air. 7. 8. 9. 10. Then we have the Poet. The Poets are cracking me up. They've got so much sass. They literally remind me of, like, I don't know, like an animated show or something with, like, I don't know, I feel like they could have their own little cartoon. We have Ace of Earth. 2. Oh, I love that. That balance pose. Ugh. 3. 4. 5. This literally reminds me of the, was it the Tarot of Atlantis that I did have? Was it called that? I can't remember. This reminds me of that. 7 of Earth, 8 of Earth, Looks like they're holding a singing bowl. Interesting. In their little bubble. Then we have the 9 of Earth. Oh, that's fantastic. 10 of Earth. I love the tree. This reminds me of the tree from Avatar, like the, what do they call that? The mother tree? Yeah. Poet of Earth. Light of Earth. Queen of Earth. King of Earth. And then we have some extra cards. We have Neutrality. It's pretty. And then Astral Mermaid. Oh, that's so gorgeous. This is so fun. I can't remember if I covered this in a hot takes, and I could not even begin to tell you what I possibly said about it. But when I looked at this more recently, I was like, this is really, really unique. So I just wanted to highlight it to you all because I think it's, again, it's one of those things that I feel like this kind of deck tends to fly under the radar because it's kind of specific, right? It's kind of a niche in a niche. It's like mermaids, and it's kind of got that starseed thing going on, and very much, oh, there we go. That's what's in the bottom of the box. Very much outside my usual comfort zone, but I'm really excited to kind of get to know this and see what the guidebook is like. And it's so funny because this is by Daniel Norman, and so is this, and they couldn't be more different. So this has that sort of like Atlantean kind of feeling to it. And then we have the Walking Meditation Tarot, which to me, this is very much grounded in earth, grounded in nature. I'm pretty sure I did cover this in a hot takes, and I think the only thing I can remember saying is that maybe I noticed the suit symbols were all very similar. Which is something I sometimes notice with this kind of deck. But this feels like it would be such a fun substitute for decks like the Majestic Earth, which is out of print. In fact, if I had had this by the time I did my dupes video, I probably would have suggested it as a dupe. It's different, but here's something I noticed right away when I opened the packaging. So you get a Walking Meditation Tarot guidebook. So this gives you the meanings for the cards. Oops. I think I remember, yeah, this print is actually perfectly readable. It's small, but it's in a serif font, so you can read it pretty easily, which is awesome. So you get upright and reversed meanings for the cards. Perfect. And then there's also this little guidebook to walking meditation pocketbook that comes in the deck as well. So this talks about basically how to do walking meditation, which I think is really great. So that comes in the deck as well. And then beautifully edged in this sky blue color. And then the backs have this like reversible tree pattern. It's kind of funny when you turn the deck sideways, you can see almost like that darkness there. That's not a flaw in the edging. That's actually because the cards are black and they have this like dark black down the center. You're seeing that right at the edge. Isn't that trippy? So anyways, this has got a beautiful, expansive vibe to it. Very much nature photography that feels like the energy of these cards feel like their namesake. I really love the majors. I think because there's no suit symbols to sort of get in the way, it's just these beautiful, that's Niagara Falls. It's just this beautiful imagery. Like that feels like the Hermit to me. And I love this Wheel of Fortune with the season change. I feel like I remember commenting on this when it was not, when I covered it in a hot takes. I'm sure I must have covered this before because it did seem familiar as soon as I had it in hand. The Hanged Man. Love that. Death with the Falling Leaves. It reminds me of that quote about how autumn teaches us how to let go. Like there's a quote about it. I can't remember. If anybody knows, drop it in the comments. Then we have Temperance. 1 foot up, 1 foot down. With the crane there. I think it's a crane, right? Yeah. The Devil. All this obscurity and cloudiness. The Fallen Tree for the Tower. Love this star image. Moon is the actual moon, and the sun is the real sun. Love these. I truly do. Judgment. And then the World. So this feels a little bit like the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like maybe I said that too. Sorry if I'm repeating. Like I don't remember what I've said before. But so you get the changing seasons in the Wheel of Fortune. And then you also get the changing seasons in the World card. Which I like this sort of dichotomy of that. I will say that this shows 4 separate locations for season, whereas the World card actually shows you the same tree going through its cycle. In fact, let's just see what the guidebook says, because I wonder, did she take all these photos? Like, I clearly know nothing. Let's see if she addresses this in the beginning here. Yep, I love taking photos. I should create a picture book with my photography instead of book. Why not tarot? Oh, I love that. So these are her photos. Let's see what she says about this world, because she must have taken the exact same picture through all the seasons, which is so cool. So let's just see if that's what she says here. I'm making an assumption, and I'm hoping I'm right. We'll find out. Living in Canada is a great way to see and celebrate the cycles as they are very in your face. Each season is very prominent and distinct. Spring and new growth turns to blue skies, and beach days turn to the changing and falling of the leaves, turn to bitter cold and snowy lands. And then the wheel turns again. There is a distinct feeling to each season. And with that, new lessons and goals that allow for you to have certain things done by a certain season. The person you are this summer is not the same person you were last summer. Growth is inevitable through each cycle and each season. And then there's upright and reversed. So she doesn't actually say, but I think it's clear since these are her photos that that's what was done. So I feel like it's a safe assumption to make. I love how on the back of these you get different types of tree textures. Anyway, okay, back to the cards. Yes, we are going to flip through them because it's my channel and I want to, and I just want to hang out and look at cards. And so if this is an epic length, it's how it's going to be. Okay. So anyways, we have the Ace of Wands. We have a very clear birch there, the Two of Wands. So these birch branches are put here, Three of Wands, but the leaves are in slightly different placements, Four of Wands. So we really get, let's just think about this for a second. So we have the boats here. So the actual photography conveys the meaning, right? This is like the ice is melting. So we have the thaw of the Two of Wands, the embarkation of the Three. We have some horses there for the Four. The Five looks like a storm cell that's kind of brewing, a storm that's brewing. Five of Wands, or excuse me, Six of Wands. There's the Seven. So we have the Rider-Waite-Smith meaning, I feel like, in these images, but she's added the suit symbols. Honestly, I think that if you're going to do a photography deck, this is a nice way to make it obvious visually what it is that you're showing. I think this is pretty clever. I like this 10. Did I miss the 9? No, that's the 9. There's the 10. The Page of Wands is a little ladybug. Look how cute. So cute. Then we have the Knight, the Queen, and the King. That's a cardinal. I know some birds. Then we have the Ace of Cups. Oh, this is what I remember. I remember the cups all seem the same or something. I remember kind of noticing that somehow. But these actually might be, they almost look like singing bowls to me. I love this color in the Three of Cups. The 4, the 5. We have 3 spilled, 2 upright. I think this is a fabulous deck. 6, 7. They're all a little different. But I like that we have the shapes in the clouds. This sort of brings to mind the sort of daydreamy, fantasizing energy of the 7 of Cups. I like that. This is a clear path in a different direction for the 8 of Cups. The 9, we have the composition, like the shape from the original 9 of Cups. I love the little dancing rainbow down here in the corner. And the 10. There's a pippish quality to this, but I feel like you know what you're looking at, right? So then we have the Page, Knight, Queen, look at the turtle, and King of Cups. It's a mallard. All right, then we have the swords. So big swords stuck into the earth. We have Ace of Swords, 2, 3. Oh, that's clever. Neat. This must have been so much work. 4, 5, the 6, 7. This gives me such Game of Thrones vibe for some reason. The 8, it's almost like you're blocked. The 9 feels very oppressive. The 10, this color just really brings you right into the Rider-Waite-Smith 10 of Swords, I feel like. Then we have the Page, that's a Canadian goose. The Knight, the Queen of Swords, and then the King of Swords. Then we have the Pentacle suit. We have the Ace, the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I like that we can see these rolled up bales. 8, 9, 10. Look at the black squirrel. Page, Knight, beaver dams. Queen is a bunny. And King, the beer. The bee, the bumblebee. Wow, Lisa. And then we have a sundog and a moondog card. That's awesome. So this is really pretty. I don't think there's a lot out there quite like this. I know that there's another tarot that has nature imagery like this. What's the name of it that I'm thinking of? I can't remember. But anyways, I feel like this is really a soothing deck to look at and work with. I think this would look really neat next to the, well, I might as well grab it. It's right here. Let's just see. Let's just pull some card out. Where is my Tree Whisper Oracle? So this is the one by Mags. Yeah, this would be really cool. Okay, so let's say I'm working with the Tree Whisper. And then I just pull Like, I feel like that's very cohesive. Like, that's very... Let me just pull some other ones here. This is the Secret Garden. Oh, this is such a perfect combination. Like, there's nothing jarring. Like, I wouldn't pair this. I don't have very many photography-based decks. I have the Flow Tarot, which is very water, but this feels more earthy. This works really, really well together. Oh, that's exciting. Okay, that was a good call, Lisa. Good call, Lisa. I'm just going to compliment myself now. So that is the Walking Meditation Tarot. Works really well with the Tree Whisperer Oracle. Yeah. Very pleased about those two. I might have to just put these together to maybe use in upcoming client readings or something, because I really want to see how they play together. All right, that came in. Y'all, for real. We've been here so long. Okay. Sip of my Diet Coke. What's next? I feel like there's more than I thought. Okay, so I picked up the Witching Hour Oracle. This is not the newest one that's out. This one is by Sherry Gerhardt. I can't remember whose channel I saw this on. This is a US Games deck. It says copyright 2021, so it's been out a while. Was nobody talking about this? Because I feel like I just stumbled on this on TarotTube, and like, this is beautiful. I don't know. This just really caught my attention. So it's a card for different moons. It's not a terribly thick deck. There's 39 cards, so it's a little bit thin, especially for US Games Oracle. I feel like we tend to get more cards. Look at these backings with like the raven and the owl, like depending on whether it's upright or reversed. Ugh, okay, anyways. In fact, there better be reverse meanings with that cool back. Is there? No? No reversals? Okay, well, whatever. I think the backs are cool. That was the point. Anyway, so you have the named moons. So here you have the wolf moon beginning. And then we also have more. So we have multiple wolf moon cards. 3 for each moon. So if there's 12 moons, that'd be like 24 cards, right? No, 36 cards. But we have 39. It doesn't matter. We're not going to try to overthink it. But I just felt like these were really witchy and beautiful. So we have the wolf moon beginning. We have protection and align. These are all for the wolf moon. Then we have the ice moon, and we have purification, growth, and the artwork is what really caught my attention. This looks like, reminds me a lot of the art of the Unfolding Path tarot. I really liked it. It just gave, I don't know if it's photography. Y'all, I'm really bad at this. Or if it's like photography collage, or if it's a combination. I don't know. If like the figures are photos, or if they're just very realistic. But I just loved the more elderly faces in this. We also have some larger body, at least 1 or 2 in here. Anyway, so we have Ice Moon, Self-Healing. Then we have Crow Moon, Explore, Prosperity, and Breaking Illusions. Then the Growing Moon, we have Self-Reliance, Creating, so pretty. Confidence, Confidence was, yeah, the Growing Moon. Then we have the Hare Moon, so we have Intuition, Propagating Energy, and Guidance. Then the Mead Moon is Restless Energy, Decisions, Self-Reward. Ugh. Then we have the Buck Moon for Relaxed Energy, Prepare, and Dream Work. You know what I just realized? Maybe it's in my imagination, but I don't think it is. Okay, so I just noticed, let's just take a look. For every moon, you seem to have like a maiden, mother, crone kind of vibe going. Let me just see. Maiden, mother, crone. Yep. Maiden, mother, crone. Kind of. Maiden, mother, crone. Yeah, the third card is definitely got crone vibes. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Look at this. Maiden, mother, crone. Oh, okay, sorry. I just noticed that, and that's a really neat thing. So then we have Buck Moon, Relaxed Energy, Prepare, and Dream Work. Yeah, Maiden, Mother, Crone. For the Barley Moon, there's Vitality, Appreciate, Friendship. Look at that. Look at them. Just look at them. Then we have the Harvest Moon. We have Balance, Rest After Labor, and Organize the Mind. She is my favorite. I think I saw this card and ordered the deck immediately. I don't know. There's something about her that just took my breath away. Incredible. Then we have the Blood Moon. We have Karma, Let Go, and Justice. We have the Blue Moon, Honoring the Past, Commune with the Dead, Prophecy. Then we have the Snow Moon, Transform, Take Root. Look at her. Usually if you're going to see a curvy body, you're going to see sort of, I guess, I don't know, there's a word for it, but like the mid-size bigger body. And I just thought this was awesome. And then we have communication. And then finally for the cold moon, reach out, endure, and personal alchemy. And now that I think about it, is there not 39? Excuse me, there's 39 cards, and I think there's actually 13 moons. Let's just take a look at the guidebook. Yep, look, Maiden, Mother, Crone, the 3 faces of the goddess. The witching hour in magic. The moon cycle through the lunar year. The 13 moon calendar is comprised of elegantly simple cycles. The 7-day week and 28-day moon. So this literally is a lunar cycle deck. The guidebook's a little bit thin, so that you don't get a ton. Yep, so it gives you a little introduction to each moon, also known as the chaste moon, disting moon, and quiet moon, so you can begin to learn them all. Does it tell you the time period, or is there a chart in here? Because that would really make my life better. Like, is it in here? Please be in here. I don't see it. Does anybody know if there's a handy like guide to these particular moons? I would love to know. Is there anything on the back? Wishful thinking. Nope. But I'm excited about this. I don't know why. I liked the organization of it. I liked that well, I thought it was 12, but it looks like I totally forgot there was 13 moons. But for each of the 13 moons, you get a Maiden, Mother, and Crone energy for that moon. So if you were doing, I could see using these as kind of like altar cards to work with each moon, but I want a chart or something. I wish it was in the guidebook. If I find one, maybe I'll like print it out, fold it up, and kind of tuck it in here. Because I feel like it'd be really neat to sort of pull out those energies and work with that cycle within each moon. I think that'd be a really neat way to work with this deck. So love that. That's super fun. This was a frivolous, okay, listen, this was a frivolous purchase. Sheer curiosity. I was placing an order already to get this little doohickey. So I added this on, it's been on my list for forever. These are the Royal Mischief playing cards. I don't know that I would ever do divination with these. This is a Patrick Valenza thing. But let me tell you, first of all, I wish it was on playing card stock. It's like glossy, and it's gilded. But I saw these on somebody's channel, and I thought they were just really clever. So you have the pips, but they all turn into photos. So these spades become these characters' lips, or like their bras, or like their shirts. It's so clever. Each one also has like a little saying on it. Like this says, oodles of doodles. This one says smoke break. This one says meanies in bikinis. This one says dance marathon. Voodoo masks. What does this one say? Bird breath. Bird breath. It's really trippy. Amazing acrobats. Take one home. It's like the dog pound, and those are all their noses. And they all have their names. Oh, some of them have their names. Like this one's Fang and Spike, because those are their collar tags. It's just, it was so weird. And I don't know. Masked strangers. Like, I feel like this would be really cool to literally just, like, you can totally tell this is Patrick Valenza. I feel like this would be totally cool to use as just like a regular playing card deck. But like, wouldn't it take you a minute to figure out what you're looking at? Like, that's the Ace of Diamonds, right? Let's see the heart cards. So this was just for fun. Oh, look at the clubs. Look at that one says girlfriends. This one says beastly ballerinas. I just feel like Patrick probably had just a ton of fun with these. Like that's what it seems like to me. Here we have even the devil needs rest. For the 4 of clubs. Something deadly grows in the garden. I mean, it's also kind of creepy, not gonna lie, but most of Patrick's stuff feels really creepy to me. No exception here, but I just thought this was really cool. This is probably going to end up honestly going in my playing card pile. But I was curious, so I picked it up. These are the Royal Mischief Transformation playing cards. I'd be curious for anybody that actually like does divination with these kinds of decks, with playing card decks, if this is too wild and out there, or if like you'd consider reading with that. Technically, these next two I picked up the prior month, but I totally forgot because I had lent them to Peggy, and then I never showed them in my recent deck roundup. But I'm excited about both of these. So the Light Seers Mini, I am putting my full-size Light Seers Tarot into storage. By storage, I mean a shelf, like in the other room, not hanging on the wall, because I picked this up. The Light Seers is a really great workhorse deck for me, and this mini You can tell there's reverses in it that Peggy's played with it. This mini is so great for big spreads. I love having mini decks to pull for my Celtic Cross readings. I often pull my minis for those. Not always, but most of the time I will pull a mini. And so I thought this was the perfect candidate for a mini deck. I love that these are becoming popular. And like, pretty impressive, by the way, how much information you can get in these little mini guidebooks. Like, pretty impressive. There's something about this particular font that they used that is especially readable in this tiny book. Like, impressive. Very impressive. This was another one that came out in the Hay House subscription box. Not that I'm bitter. It's fine. Anyways, this one, very excited about. So, I wasn't going to buy this. I wasn't going to buy it because I have the full size. I'm just bringing you with me because my microphone is mobile. Let me grab my full size. Where'd she go? Okay, I almost didn't get this because I have the full-size indie of this deck, and it's called Penelope's Tarot. I love this deck. Like, I love it. It's minimalist. It's limited color palette. It's stinking adorable. It is a perfect candidate for a mini deck. And I'm kind of sad because I love the full-size so much, but in all reality, I bet you I will end up reaching for the mini more. Knowing myself, but we shall see. We shall see. So I love, like, it's beautifully edged. These are the backs. So this is the Penelope's Tarot. But when it came out mass market, Sam West, who's the creator of this deck, renamed it, excuse me, Samantha Rook is the current name. So Samantha West on the old one, Samantha Rook on Valuria's Tarot. When it came out in this pocket size, oh, my boxes. Wow, Peggy, not only are the cards mixed up, but the box was upside down. Like, can we talk about this hot pink and the blue to get, oh, it's everything. Super sweet, but it had a guidebook. Well, the indie one didn't come with a guidebook. So then I was like, dang it. I kind of at least want to get to know it by the guidebook, but how cute is this size? It's kind of more boxy. So it's kind of more like playing card size. It's hot pink. That's what the backs look like. So just for comparison, just so you can see, it's basically the same back design. It's a pop of saturation here, and then hot pink for the pocket and baby blue for the indie. Oh, it's so freaking cute. This deck really wowed me when I got the full size in. And then just look how cute. It's so perfect for like a mini deck. This is honestly the perfect shape and size for this little guy. It's, again, it's minimalist, but like you can clearly see that that is the Nine of Swords. Like there's more happening on the cards than just pips, but it's like very simple and easy to look at. And again, I really love the color palette. I should have asked Peggy. Oh, I love this Queen of Cups so much. I should have asked Peggy what she thought of reading with it. But I tend to lend her my mini decks first because she loves reading with minis. Let me just put these back in order while I show you the cards. Or back upright, I mean. Oh, I love this. The indie version, the point of the sword is all the way up at the top of the card. I think there was just an alignment thing, but all fixed in the mini. Look at how cute. I mean, it's just, there's the moon and the sun and the Wheel of Fortune, Justice, the tower. I do wish there was more destruction in the tower. I think though, yeah, there's cracks. That's right. So up in the roof, you can see there's some cracking. And there's also some damage down in the bottom. It's harder to see actually on this pocket version, but there's some like cracks and stuff down at the bottom and even all through the building. Like you can tell that the building is damaged, but it's just a little bit less obvious at first glance. Crystals, the Hanged Man, Death. This is such a great little deck. I think it excites me because I don't often go gaga for more minimalist style decks, but this one, something about the color palette and the art style, love this strength card, just did something for me. This is like, yeah, I have a feeling that this little one is going to get a lot of use from me. Because again, I feel like this is a perfect deck for bigger spreads because it's a little bit more minimal. I think that's why I tend to reach for the White Sage Tarot a lot when I do bigger spreads because it's a little bit slightly more pippish, so it's less cluttered. So when you've got a whole bunch of cards on the table, I feel like it's just easier to kind of like parse what you're looking at. But yeah, that is the Valuria's Tarot. This is by Rockpool. Was really excited when this little guy came out. And I love that there's now a guidebook, so I get to see sort of what Sam's intention was for the art. Like how, I don't know how much she gets into it here. But anyways, excited to get a little look at the guidebook. For sure, this is going over my mini bin, but if I find myself reaching for this like to the exclusion of my indie, then I might store my indie. But I really like this deck, so I don't mind having it in 2 sizes. Okay, y'all, the end is in sight. Next up, I haven't even opened this. I've been waiting for this video. This came in a box, so this is I haven't even opened this up out of its paper. This is the Thistledown Oracle. Woo, the official final version. Look at the box. Oh my god. I think this one has been in my recent deck Roundup basket for the longest. Look at this. Like the letter pressing that is done on Stephanie Burrow's decks is just so special. There's something that just feels, it just feels special. I don't know how else to say it. And I'm excited because I love when the tuck box has this little like fold down bit. I'm extra excited because, perfect fit in the box, by the way. I'm extra excited because I know the prototype that I got my hands on for a video, the colors are always a little muted, more muted on the prototypes. And I have been using my prototype of the Thistledown a lot, so I'm really excited to have the official version in hand. There's our little cards that come with. Man, I almost want to keep it in its box, and I never say that, but that is beautiful. I think that's my favorite of all of her boxes so far. Like, just look how cute. And it's like embossed. It's like textured. Oh, I love that. Okay. Yeah, these colors are rich. Let me grab my little prototype so you can see the difference from my video, my original video showing this deck to now. The cardstock also is nicer on the official version. So let me just pull that little dragon acknowledgement card. If I can find him. Come here. There it is. Okay, so you can really see. Look at the difference. Okay, to my eye, I don't know if the camera's picking it up. There's the back. You can see how much richer the color is here than it was on the prototype. This is common. This is how prototypes, you know, they're not the same quality of printing is used because it's a prototype. It just pops so much more in this version. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so I am just going to do a quick swapsies here. Let me grab the extra cards. And I think I'm going to take the meaning cards out as well. It is neat that they do that. Stephanie does this with the little keyword cards or whatever, but I tend to put these back in the little box. I save all my boxes, but in truth, I end up putting everything in the bag. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, I'm just going to put the box here. And then I'm going to have to set my prototype aside for the time being. And oh, I'm so excited. Look how vivid. Oh, I love this size for this deck. I was so excited when Stephanie announced this size. This is so perfect. I'm not a big fan. It's not that I mind oversized Oracle, but I just really prefer a really easy to shuffle. Like, yeah, this feels more substantial in the hand than the prototype too. The prototype, again, a little thinner. Oh, that snap. Wait, oh, that was a user error. I'm gonna try that again. I was gonna say, oh, that snap with the cards. Yeah, they do have a good spring to them. Oh yes, I love this. There's something about the quality of the paper that Stephanie uses in her products too that just, I know she really works on sustainability with all of her stuff, and there's something that just feels unique. You know you're holding a Three Trees Tarot deck, right? Oh, it's so pretty. I love it so much. So yeah, I pretty much use this now every time I use the Smoke Ash and Embers or the Oak Ash and Thorn, and I freaking love it. And I have it in this like darker garden bag so that I always remember that I have it. It's perfect. And there was a goodie box, so I'm going to open that because I have not peeked in that yet. So let's see. Am I not patient? Okay, there we go. Oh, look, there's like a little charm. There's a sticker. What's in here? Certificate of Authenticity. How cute is that? Oh, I want to put this in the box so I don't lose it. We'll keep that with the deck. Stuff. Are these buttons? Wait, what is this? Is that a mirror? Yo, that's a mirror. I'm going to just like, you want to see my camera? There it is. Inception. Anyways, that is really cute. So there's a little camera and a little button with this cute little hedgehog. I'm going to put that on my jacket. Right next to my Squonk Rescue button that I got with my little Cryptid Oracle. And look at this, just like little paper. These are, why does it say Fizzers? Swizzles Fizzers. These look like Smarties, like American Smarties. Canadian Smarties are like little M&Ms. Do these actually fizz? I'm so curious. I don't think they fizz, but they're really good. I'm just going to put those inside. Thanks for the candy, Stephanie. Excited about all the goodies. This mirror is going to get put in my purse. That's perfect. It's so cute and small. Oh my God. Okay, I don't want to miss anything. I've done that before. Little paper heart is cute. What a cute way to do, and it's fully compostable. This little, not that, I mean, but he's so cute. Okay, it's fine. Love the little charm. That's going to go in my charm set. Which one? Okay. That's runes. Okay. Let's check. Okay. In here, I have 2 sets of charms. I have my fortune casting oracle, and then I have my, like, these are like my tarot. Oh, this is my tarot set. Okay, it's going to go in my, what? This is my actual full tarot deck in a charm set, and then this is my, like, mishmash charm set. It was a fortune casting oracle, so there's a lot of fortune-based things in here. Look at the little $100. This one. Anyways, I'm going to put it in there. You can live in there with those. Lots of stuff. Oh, charms are so fun. Okay. So yeah, I have all my like charm casting stuff there. This lives in my drawer. Okay. Y'all, we're almost done. I know this is like a movie, but it's okay, right? We're hanging out, we're looking at stuff. I really have to clean my tarot area here. Okay. Okay, 3 more things. Oh, this is exciting. I picked up Dawn Michelle's new deck. So this is the Sacred Threads Oracle, and she has 3 decks she just put out. So she's got her new edition of her Rusted Lenormand. She has this Sacred Threads Oracle. I got the pocket because, again, see previous. I love pocket-sized decks and pocket-sized oracles. And then she also has the Finders Keepers Oracle, the first edition, like part 1 or something. I think she said there's going to be more parts to that. Anyways, I picked this one up because I just had to. I thought she did such a beautiful job on this deck. It's on linen cardstock, comes in a tuck box. Oh my gosh. Look at the backs. They're so rich and chocolatey and color and just delicious. Oh, look at alignment, attunement. I can't wait to shuffle this. So I'm going to quickly flip through the cards because I've seen these images and I just think they're so stunning. I love Boundaries with the Thorns so much. Compression. Ugh. Connection. I love them. They're so cute. Contemplation. Love this for contentment. I love the keywords so much. Create. Cycles. Decay. Decision. Depth. Encounter. It would not be a Dawn Michelle deck without some sort of spacey alien reference, and I'm here for it. Entangle with the blackberries. Exploration. Look at the bunny. Look at it. Focus. Fracture. Gathering the fire. Growth. Oh. Guardian. Guidance. Harmony. Hidden. Love that. Hope. Literally cannot wait to shuffle these. Am I already like, oh, that's the title card. Okay. Illusion. I asked Dawn about this the first time I saw this. I'm like, what is that? And she was explaining how this works. She talks about it in her video too, but it's like the way that the light hits this particular like waterfall at one particular time of year or something. Like the stars have to align the right time of year, whatever. And then it looks like fire, but it's actually water. It's just being reflected a certain way. I have probably got some of these upside down now, don't I? Nope. I did good. Okay. I'm going to mess it up now, though. Okay, there we go. Imagination, intention, journey. I love that. Legacy. The fairy ring of mushrooms for magic is so perfect. Memory. This makes me think, when I think memory and I see the Northern Lights, I think about like the Akashic records. I don't know why, but that's what it makes me think of. Mystery. Watch, it'll be exactly what Dawn said, and I just forgot. She probably said it. Obscure. Obstacle. Omen. Patience. It's like moss growing on a rock, but it looks like a skull. Perception. Progress. Protection. Purification. Resistance. I love this with the water, with the ocean water and the rocks and the way they provide resistance. Reverence. Sacred. Love the apple for that. Solitude. Source. Ugh. Stability. Yes. Support. These like long, long roots. Transformation. And transition. I was like, and transition, like that's the end. Doesn't that feel like that should be the end? Oops. Untamed. Wisdom. And Don Michelle Tarot here. Love that. Okay. Let's give it a shuffle. Now, I know that Dawn did a guidebook, I think digital and print you can get as well. But I think these keywords are so expansive that I like legit am like, this is just something you can just get right into. Gotta love the linen. I've just been waiting to shuffle it. I think this is the 300 GSM linen? Maybe? I don't know. It's just lovely. It's very like, ooh, it's very like slidey. So it fans like perfectly. I feel like this is going to pair really well with a bunch of things. So I'm excited about this. And again, I'm here for a pocket size oracle. So now I have to figure out, it's pocket size. So I kind of want to keep it in my little mini deck bin, which is getting rather full. But then part of me is like, I feel like I need to also put it in a Peggy bag and hang it. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But that is the Sacred Threads Oracle by Dawn Michelle. She did such a lovely job. And then two more. Apparently I have a mini deck thing. I just realized like half the decks I'm showing are mini. Look at the adorable Tarot of Oneness mini. Okay, I about freaking lost my stinking mind. Robin reached out to me and asked if I would show this to y'all. And I was like, yes, 1,000 times, a million times, yes. This is exciting because the Tarot of Oneness full size has literally not left my favorites rack, which is right in front of me. It's the favorites rack is where I put the decks I reach for the most for my clients. And literally I reach for the Tarot of Oneness for client readings all the dang time. But for a perspective on the size, that's what we're looking at size-wise. So basically just a tiny, tiny bit shallower than the full size, but definitely you can tell quite a bit shorter. The only thing I noticed about this is that the box lid seems a little loose. I think I saw somebody else mention that as well. So that's the only thing. But if you're putting this on a shelf, it's not going to matter. And like, unless you're putting it flat, I feel like most people who store their decks on shelves store them like, you know, this away. Just be aware that it's a little bit loose. But oh my God, this is the perfect size. Like, and for comparison, actually, let me just show you. As this is exactly, I feel like the right size for a mini. Like here is the Light Seers Tarot. And I'm pretty sure these are like, it's a tiny bit shorter. Let's see if I can show you this way. Let's do it this way so you can really see. Tiny bit shorter, but basically the same size as the Light Seers mini. So if this size, this seems to be the like most common size for mini decks, like the Light Seers mini, the Wild Unknown mini, like these little tin decks. I feel like that size, it's just a good size. And look, it's still edged. I just thought that was really impressive. Where did my... Yeah, look at... Like it's the same. It's literally the same backs. It's just mini. And like I said, I use this deck a ton for client readings. So when it came in, I literally squealed with delight. I was like, are you kidding? Why do I feel like... Where's my guidebook? Oh, I know where my guidebook is. I was playing with it in the other room. That's why. Okay, I was like, where's my guidebook? I know now. Anyways, the little mini still has a little guidebook. And I believe still has, yes, the alternative lovers. So you have two different choices for the lovers card. Now, I usually just pull that one in, and I'll put the other one on the bottom, which is exactly what I do with the full-size deck. But I love that there's a choice there. If you are new to this deck, oh my God. This has got to be one of my absolute tippy-top favorites of the last several years. The Tarot of Oneness, it's so full of beautiful, bold, brilliant art. I think this was a deck that I picked. I'm 99% sure. This was a Say Yes to the deck that I did with Peggy, and I lost my mind when I saw this deck. I don't know how it escaped my notice when it first came out, but I somehow had missed it. And oh my gosh, this is, again, one of my favorites of all time. It's so vibrant, and the perspective is incredible. It's like first person, so it's like you're the one whose hands are tied. Ugh, I did a whole deep dive of the full deck. So I'm going to shuffle this because we just want to know how it shuffles. Like, I've done a full deep dive. Like, we know. Perfect. So I got a good mix. It's got a good amount of flex. It is going to be, or it better be, I shouldn't say it like that. It better be. Usually mini decks are, the cardstock is a little bit thinner than what you would get in the full size, because if you did the cards the same thickness. Whoa, wait, is it the same? Can't be. Can't be. Might be. Huh. Normally, if you don't go a little thinner with the cardstock for the mini, it's just a little too stiff and hard to shuffle because of its smaller size. I think you can get away with it kind of, though, when you have a deck this particular size, because it's kind of, it's got the same aspect ratio. It's kind of like taller than it is wide. Like, it's like tall and skinny, kind of. I don't know, maybe that's why I can get a good bend on this, because I feel like usually you have to go just a touch thinner with the cardstock for a mini. I don't know. That's so fascinating to me. Anyways, I'm super stoked about this. Like, you just don't know. So stoked. So that is the Tarot of Oneness mini, which is also great if you've been wanting to get the Tarot of Oneness, but the full size is a little pricey. That's one benefit. I love that creators are coming out with minis, because it also makes their decks more affordable for people who want to work with them, want to play with them, but find the full size is a little out of their price range. It's really nice to have an affordable option in a mini size. So freaking awesome. Love it, love it, love it. And the guidebook that comes in here is still readable. You're missing the thumbnail images in here, but I think that's a very easy change to make for a mini, so that you still get the necessary text and you're not really missing anything. This might be a little trimmed down. I'm just thinking it doesn't have the breakdown of the symbols. Let's just, I don't have the other guidebook to show. It's in the other room, and I don't want to go hunt for it because we've already been here a while. But anyways, really excited about this. Love that you still get the meanings in here. It might be stripped down a bit, but you still get keywords, reversal keywords, and a meaning. Love that. Okay, that's awesome. All right, so that is the Tarot of Oneness mini by Robin Voicey, and I'm so freaking stoked. This is going to go in my little bin of minis, and again, be the kind of thing I can reach for bigger spreads, Celtic Cross, that sort of thing. And my full size is going to continue to hang in front of me on my favorites rack, because obsessed. Are we finally at the last deck? Yo, we're finally at the last deck. I have such a pile of things beside me. I can't believe I thought this was going to be like a light month, but you know, that's what I get for making promises I can't keep. This I definitely covered on Hot Takes. I purchased it. I'm so glad I did. Holy cow. So this is, I must have cut I cut the plastic seals here. Because I was like, I know I've looked at these cards. So I always look at things right away, just to make sure that they're at least what I expect. I shouldn't say always. 99% of the time now, I look at them briefly, but then I put them back in their box and I don't touch them again until I make this video. But this is called The Story Oracle, a creative writing inspiration deck by Catherine Furman. Illustrations are by Leah Albaladejo. I might be mispronouncing that. Designed by Maggie Edelman. Huh. There's some fingers in the pot for this. Listen, I got excited about this because, yes, you could totally use this as a creative writing deck. Sure. But holy cow, I freaking love this as a divination style deck. I just think that the artwork is great. It's simple, but it gets the point across. And the messages on the bottom are so on point for divination. I mean, all according to plan. All uphill from here. Look at this, rolling a boulder uphill. Amazing. Authority figure. Bittersweet. Bright idea. Celebration. Choose your weapon, the pen or the sword. The clock is ticking. Conflict. Confusion. Death. Desire. Difficult truth. Discovery. Dream. Fear. Flying high. Follow that car. So here's an example. Follow that car. If you're writing a story, right, that makes a great prompt for the story. Like what's happening? Is there a chase? Like what's going on? But if you actually look at the meaning, they're written divination style. So when you go to follow that car, and it's all alphabetical, thank goodness, it says, in hot pursuit of a goal, taking immediate action, a chase, pursuit of a goal or truth, possibly just one step ahead, a split-second decision, following another lead, a potentially desperate act, taking a chance with an uncertain outcome, the driver. In reverse, inaction or indecision, waiting and watching, a missed opportunity, a failure to act, letting something get away, asleep at the wheel, taking one's time, deliberation or stagnation, feeling at a loss for what to do, the passenger. Like, that makes so much sense to me, both from a divination perspective, and if you were writing a fiction story, to be able to like shuffle this in with reversals and get like hello, will you never have writer's block again? I don't know, but this seems really cool. Anyways, I haven't written fiction in a while, but I think it's exciting. Then we have forgiveness, fork in the road, fresh start, friendly creature, love that, fury, great depths, guardian, hidden agenda, high drama, love that, hit the road, hoarder, it's a dragon, home, inheritance, injustice, it's a trap, the key, knowledge, lesson from the past, letting go, love the balloon release there, loneliness, loss, love, love the fireworks for love, it's amazing, luck, mastermind, message, mischief, mistaken identity, moment of reflection, moving on up, mystery, narrow path, no help here, the perfect sandwich, plot twist, pride, prophecy, love the crystal ball. Like, it's simple artwork, right? It's like vector graphic style, simple, 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 simple. Rebirth, rescue, reversal, rivalry, ruins, secret revealed, something hidden, the spark, stay on target, storm, stranger, sudden illness. So like, for example, this, you're like, well, that's kind of specific. But when you look it up in the guidebook, a disturbance, disruption, or affliction, feeling unwell, susceptible, stricken, down for the count, getting taken out of the game, the need to discover a cure, unexpected setback or obstacle, a healer needed, a patient. Reversed, a seemingly miraculous turnaround, regaining one's strength or stability, the picture of health, hale and hearty, recovery or convalescence, a tireless figure. Like, perfect, right? And this is a mass market deck. What a gem. Surprise villain, together, treasure, trust, love trapeze for trust, unfinished, that's maddening, unlikely ally, look at the dog and the cat together, victory, whoops, spilled milk, like think about how much you could like riff on that as a reader, wilderness, work, the worst, and wrench in the works. What this deck does very, very, very well is that I would say 98% of the time, the phrases or words on the cards are incredibly relatable and expansive. They're usable in a variety of situations. This knocked the key phrases, the artwork, all of it out of the park. Like, it's simple, but it's straightforward. This is a deck that I feel like anybody could shuffle and do a reading for somebody for. Let's just do a sample. Why not? We've been here for over an hour and a half. It's fine. We're not going anywhere. Let's just see. Let's just see. I heard somewhere, I was watching a video or something that said, statistically, you have the best odds, if you're going to shuffle in this manner, riffle bridge, you have the best odds of having a well-mixed deck if you do it at least 7 times. So now, if I've got a brand new deck, I always try to shuffle it a minimum of 7 times, if I want to do a reading anyway. And then I also sometimes try to split it into some chunks, so the stuff that's on the bottom is off the bottom. You know what I mean? Stuff that's on the top is off the top. So let's just do energy obstacle advice using, that's just the spread I created a long time ago just to sort of like have a good framework for a daily reading. Energy obstacle advice. I've probably gone more than 7 now. All right. Energy, a loss. So we're dealing with a loss. What's the obstacle? A difficult truth. So the loss came about because of a difficult truth. What's the advice? Unfinished. We're looking for closure maybe, and we need to just walk away. Like the closure's not coming. Like decks like this are so freaking fantastic at readings like this because you don't have to stop and think too much. Okay, so energy, hit the road. Okay, it's time to go on an adventure, move, do something new. We need to shake up the status quo, right? What's the obstacle? Rivalry. We want to shake up the status quo, but maybe we're not on the same page with the person we would do that with. Maybe we're ready to move, but our partner isn't, that kind of thing. And then advice, lesson from the past. What can we learn from past experiences to help us navigate this conflict or this rivalry that's happening right now? Energy. Mischief. Someone's up to some mischief. Obstacle, pride. Okay, well, maybe we're taking this personally. Maybe we're taking this person like playing with us and bantering with us as something personal, right? Our pride's getting in the way of having a good time. What's the advice? Treasure. See the gift in somebody who feels relaxed enough with you to have a good time. Like, and I'm just riffing on this, right? But with no context, with no question, but just to like think about what that could mean and how that could show up. Like, this is such a gem. And it was not expensive. The cardstock, it's nothing to write home about. You can tell it's going to bow. It's not got some fancy core. It's basic, whatever. I don't care. I think this is fabulous. What is the list price? $20 US. Like, there's the backings. Simple. I feel like this would go great with as an oracle to accompany like any modern type tarot deck. Fabulous. I'm probably going to pair this with my This Might Hurt Tarot. Excited. Okay, let's do a quick roundup. Okay, that's what it looks like this month, y'all. These are the things that came in. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with me while I talked about all the things. I mean, I know we were here for a while, but I appreciate the company. And maybe next month it will be actually light. We'll see though. I have been very busy, so I haven't been bringing in a ton. We'll see how it shakes out. But for now, thank you so much for hanging out with me. As always, an extra big thank you goes out to the Unicorn fam. Thank you for all of your support of everything that I do. I really appreciate all of you taking your time to watch this video, to hang out with me. Amazing. Appreciate you all so much. And until next time, may your magic always shine from the inside out. Bye.